right.
I'm ready.
Top.
Top.
What's good, y'all?
What's up with y'all, man? How y'all living? How you living?
I know you hot in that jacket, bro.
Kind of good though, man. You know, we on the live and shit. You know, got a new cap. You know what I'm saying?
Representing Washington.
Represent special edition. You know, because we world champions.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's probably the only. No, I wouldn't say that. I was about to say this is the only DC team I like, but I like the Wizards. Wizards my team too.
Mm-hmm. I heard you like the Redskins too. You went to
Nah.
the Redskins game this weekend?
I went to the Eagles game, and there was more Eagles fans than Redskins fans. Man. They already know what was about to happen.
Well, first of all, you all almost lost that game. You know it too. Y'all was on the edge of your seat. I wanted to text you so badly. I was like,
You better wait.
I was like, ooh, I wanna get on the chat right now. I wanna tell him that these niggas about to lose, but then I know my team. And they let me down all the time. So I'm like, you know what? Let me humble myself and pride myself.
You was smart.
I know.
Because those security guards that I was next to, they was talking so much trash. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So, if you guys have been paying any bit of attention at all, if you've been on social media at all this week, you probably would have noticed just black excellence dripping all up and down your timeline.
Yep.
This past weekend. And I love it. I love it when stuff like this happens, man. Like, I think the last time, and by the way, we're talking about
Diddy's 50th birthday.
Yes.
He had a birthday celebration.
Yes.
Yeah, who was there? Let's go to rundown. So from the pictures and videos I saw, of course, Jay and Beyonce were there, king and queen. Then we had Kanye, of course, and Kim Kardashian. I saw Sweetie there. I saw Quavo. I saw Pusha T. I saw... Who else? Who am I missing?
So we got Mary J. Blige, Snoop Dogg, Kobe, Meek Mill, the Kardashians, Usher, Travis Scott, The Weeknd, Cardi B, Offset, Lizzo, King T'Challa himself, Chadwick Boseman, Dr. Dre, Post Malone, Swizz Beatz, Joe Budden, Big Sean, Jhené Aiko, Lala, Pharrell, Naomi Campbell. I mean, really the list can go on and on.
There's a lot of big names in there, yeah.
A-listers. I mean, just the net worth, and I know a lot of people seen the picture with Jay-Z, Kanye, Pharrell, and Diddy, and
that was probably the biggest moment right there.
Right, and I'm so glad. I mean, I know you guys seen all this beautiful black excellence just dripping down y'all timeline this whole entire weekend, and it's just amazing to see. You know what I mean? It really is dope to see. The last time we seen something like this was probably the Tyler Perry Studios release. So it's just good to see all this just beautiful black energy, beautiful black people together, networking, just having a good time. It does something for me, man. I don't know about you, bro, but I love seeing shit like that.
Nah, that's dope.
Yeah.
It made me ask a lot of questions, though.
Like what?
Like stuff that was so... I don't know if you've seen clips and videos.
Oh, I seen them all. I seen them all. Which one are you talking about?
So the one that I seen was Sweetie, the rapper Sweetie.
Mm-hmm.
And she came up to Beyonce. She's like, oh, you can see, like, you could tell she was like a fan. She's like, and Beyonce's like... She gave her the little pat on the shoulder.
She like,
Sweetie,
chill down, my child.
Like,
tone it down.
Like, you're part of this is a celebrity, like, party pretty much.
Act like you're supposed to be.
I kind of feel for Beyonce, Jay-Z, because it's like, dang, like, even the celebrities act like fans. Like, we can't stop getting it anywhere.
They constantly have to do that. And it's funny because I've seen Trevor Noah talked about this too. And Trevor Noah had the funniest story. He has it on his YouTube page. Definitely check out Trevor Noah's page if you don't know who he is. But he said the first time that he met Jay-Z and Beyonce, they were at some party or something like that. And like somehow Jay-Z got separated from Beyonce, something like that. Jay-Z couldn't find his security. And he was trying to get out, you know what I mean? Everybody was swarming him, asking him for pictures and blah, 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 blah. And Trevor Noah came up and pretended to be his security guard. He was like, he was like, Jay, yes, we gotta go. Okay, come on. And so he's literally moving people out the way. Little ass Trevor, no, he ain't no big dude. I can picture
him doing that though, because he's funny as hell.
It's hilarious. So when he got him out, the security finally caught up. He was like, "Oh, whoa, what you doing?" And Jason said, "No, he's doing a good job." But they constantly got to deal with stuff like that. You know what I mean? Cause
I feel for them. Like I can see it in their face. And then I seen the one clip when dude was trying to take a video of Jay. And Jay snatched it. Like, the Brooklyn came out of there.
He wasn't trying to take a video of Jay. He was trying to take a video of Beyonce.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it came out that the person was trying to take a video of Beyonce, and Jay was just like, "Bro, come on, give me my shit."
All right.
Like, you know.
That's annoying, bro.
It is annoying, you know what I mean? Like, that's why most of the parties like that, they normally take away people's phones. You know what I mean? Just so they could be themselves and not have to worry about stuff like that.
Enjoy the moment. Like, what's up with these people always gotta have their phones?
It is what it is.
I was just watching one of the clips from Rolling Loud, because they just had their Rolling Loud at Cali. Mm-hmm. Everybody had their phone out the whole time, and it made me think like, dang, did I have my phone out? Because it's like you're taking away from the moment, wasting time, and experiencing.
I did an experiment. We've been to a couple of Rolling Louds. We've been to 3 of them so far, and I've been to a couple of other music festivals and stuff like that. And the first time you're there, you want to capture everything because it's a moment. You know what I mean? This is something that you're not used to doing. Used to doing. You're seeing all these talented music artists all in one area performing at the highest level, and you want to have those memories. You know what I mean? Like I was just looking at my phone the other day, and I didn't realize I recorded the set that Mac Miller performed in Rolling Loud.
Oh wow!
I didn't even know that I did that, but so it's good to sometimes go back to stuff like that.
So would you watch it? Because for me, I feel like I wouldn't watch a whole. Like, I'm that type of person, I gotta see it live and I'm good. Like, I can't watch it on my phone. Now, 30 minutes just to have a clip and then share it to like, somebody, one of my loved ones or my friends, like, look, I was there. 30 minutes, but to watch a whole live, I feel like those people that just had their phone out the whole time, like, you really gonna go home and watch that whole live performance?
No, I feel you, and that's why the last one we went to, if you notice, like, I didn't really record that much. You know what I mean? I didn't. I noticed that too. We did that on purpose, and I think it's, you start training your memory, your muscle memory to like, okay, like just enjoy the moment. You know what I mean? You can go back and remember it in your head. You know what I mean? You don't got to constantly be on your phone and recording things, and it kind of takes away from.
Right. It makes the experience more special.
Yeah.
And to go back to the Diddy party, another question I had was, I feel like Jay-Z and Kanye, it looked like they were cool again, but I look at people's body language.
Okay, you talk about that one picture. Okay.
It's not the picture. Well, yeah, it is from that picture.
It's only one picture, and it became a meme. Everybody was like, when your friend invites you to the party and they don't tell you about the other friend that's supposed to be there. Yeah. Like, I would have believed it if I didn't see all the other stuff. Like Jay and Kanye had conversation there. They've been had conversations before coming to that party.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Kanye talked about this a couple of times. He talked about this on every interview that he did with Jesus is King. He said, I talked to Jay. They had communication coming up to this, so it was just naturally that eventually this is going to happen. That's why he was tweeting the Throne 2 coming out. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Teasing Throne 2, because they already had these conversations. They're already talking again. So it wasn't no surprise to me to see them. I was just glad that it finally happened.
Well, yeah, I'm happy hopefully they're on good terms. I believe you.
Yeah.
I hope they're in good terms.
Their brother, and even Jay-Z said it himself, even though that they were mad with each other, that's still my brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's brother love.
Yeah, so it is what it is. But one thing I did notice, you never see no pictures with Beyonce anywhere near Kanye or the Kardashians. Like,
I don't think she banged with the Kardashians. Yeah. You could really tell, like, from her body language. She not with that.
Yeah, she was very, closed off. Like, even the picture that she took with Jay kind of felt a little standoffish a little bit. Like, I could be reading too much into it. I wasn't there. I wish
Queen
I was.
Bee, man. She closed off from a lot of people.
That's the queen.
Man.
But it was good to see the Throne back together. It was good to see, like I said, all this black, beautiful excellence together. And, I love everything that Diddy's doing with the Revolt Summit, just getting people together, networking, coming up with ideas, it's just beautiful to see that finally happening. People with, high wealth still looking out for their people, where they came from, stuff like that. I feel like that's what Diddy's doing. That's what Jay's doing. That's what Tyler Perry's doing.
Diddy is 50 years old. That just hit
wild,
me.
Bro.
So.
It's wild. They don't look like it though. Like, you know what I mean? When I'm 50, I want to look like Diddy. I want to look like Jay.
Still
you know what I mean?
young,
Yeah, like, you know, black don't crack as long as you don't smoke it. So, like, that's why.
Hey, yo, shout out to Diddy. Hey, Diddy, if you ever come across a Top Hill podcast video, like, come on, bro, invite Top Hill. Man.
You ain't gonna have no choice, Diddy. You're gonna have to.
You're gonna have to let us in eventually. So, why not now? Like, invite us over to the crib or something. You always having people over there.
Yeah, I'm shocked. So, that's the intro. Just to let you guys know, friendly reminder, this is Top Hill Podcast, the #1 music, hip-hop, culture, and black business podcast.
Yes, sir.
Out there. And we talk about albums. You know what I mean? We love listening to new projects that come out. We want to see who can come out and create a full body of work. We also highlight black businesses, entrepreneurs, artists, producers. If you fall into that category, if you have something that you want to promote, hit us up. Let us know if you want to be a guest on the show. We are going to start having guests on the show coming up in 2020. January is looking pretty booked already, but you never know what happens. You know, people cancel, stuff like that.
Yeah, we book. I can't even lie to y'all.
Yeah, we pretty booked. But just hit us up. You know what I mean? If you have music that you want to get off, if you have a business that you want to talk about and spread out, you know, this is another platform that you can use to promote your business, to network with other people. You know, I'm doing this because I want to show love to everybody. I want to show love to, you know, my family, my friends, my people in this area and not in this area, you know, who want to get their, you know, stuff, you know, pushed out. So I want to help. But,
great.
So, with that said, we have to start off with the music, though.
Of course. My favorite part of the podcast.
Top albums. This week, I think we got 3 projects.
Okay.
So, the first project we talk about, K Trinata.
Okay.
With Bubba. Now, this one, to me, it felt like a Black Daft Punk. You know what I mean? Like,
I knew you was gonna say something like that.
It's because it's not traditional hip hop. It's not traditional R&B.
Just a little bit.
It's a sprinkle of everything, like hip hop with R&B, with techno, with, you know what I mean. It's a little bit of all of that, and it's a pretty good listen. You know what I mean. It's made to be listened in a certain space for sure. I thought it was a decent listen.
I love it.
You loved it?
I loved it. This is not my first time listening to him. He has a project that came out 2 years ago. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he's in that. I can't remember what there was this collective that he started, and it had Gold Link. It had Gold Link and some other known names, Xavier Omar.
Okay. Around
that arena, and they was going on a tour, and they had their own like special sound. What's his name? K-Trada.
Yeah.
He pretty much produced for like a lot of stuff for Gold Link and Xavier Omar.
Okay.
I'm missing a couple of more people. There's a lot of people that came out that camp, but out of that collective. But man, I love it. I love it because he has his own sound. Mm-hmm. It's different from everybody that's out right now, and he's also a DJ.
Oh, okay.
So it was a random day where I don't know what made me watch it. I seen that he was DJing at this party in UK. I watched it for an hour long, just him DJing, because the culture there, what they really take pride in their DJs. Like they come there to see DJs. So when he was DJing, I loved the way he mixed his songs and stuff that he was playing. So I ended up watching the whole hour video.
That's dope.
Yeah, so
you gotta send me that.
Yeah, I definitely will. But I love the music. I was a little surprised when it said R&B or soul for the genre. I thought it was because the last one was more, I think it said electronic or dance. Right. So that's what I was expecting. But it still had that vibe to it, but it had a lot of R&B because of the features. Now the features on there were really dope because a lot of those R&B features that were on there is people I listen to, people that don't get enough recognition. For one, I love Sir. I want to pull up the track list. That I think it's like the second song, if I'm mistaken. I'm gonna pull it up for y'all real quick. But the second song with Sir really like set it off for me. Like him putting Sir on the track. Really, yeah, he's just.
I listened to Sir's album for the first time this week, and I cannot believe I'm that late.
I told you, right?
I am disappointed.
That's one of the best albums this year.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's really that good.
It is that good. You want to hit Bubba?
Okay, yeah.
Right there, yeah. Yeah, Sir's album is really good, man. I mean, really, really fucking good. Make sure you guys check that out.
My bad. It's the third track. It's called Go DJ. Definitely something you could listen to in the club or just in the club scene. I love when it transitioned to the fourth song. Like it blends in so perfectly. I love albums that just do that period where it just transitions to the next song. Like he did a very good job with that. And that's the fourth track with Great Area featuring Mike Jenkins. He's a pretty dope artist too. He got Cali Chris on here. He has Estelle, GoLink, and he got a lot of people on here that I listen to, so I enjoyed it. It was a vibe for me, and this is an album that I could just, if I invite my friends over, and these are my friends, like, that really into music and stuff, I can't invite no regular drinks. So
You gotta be passionate about the music.
Yeah, you gotta be passionate. So I could just real loud just put this album on and just let it roll out. Yeah. They will vibe out to this. They be like, yo, what's this?
Yeah, it's definitely a vibe. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
you know
I liked it.
But like I said, it's one of those songs I have to be in a certain space in order to listen to it. There's certain vibey kind of albums that I could listen to and be like, oh, I could listen to this anytime. This is not one of those tracks. This is not one of those albums. It's like I have to be in a specific mood to hear this.
I get you.
Again, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that.
The next album, Stormzy.
Okay.
Heavy is the Head.
I'll pull that up.
Yeah, please pull that up. Now I'm recently just getting into Stormzy, and it's crazy because I actually heard a song from him before called "Cigarettes and Kush." A couple of years ago that I really liked that song. I never really knew who the artist was. But this album, he's from the UK. His parents are from Ghana, so he has very heavy, African roots.
Oh, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out where the African sounds came from.
Yeah, he got Ghana in his blood. You know what I mean? He's from the UK, so you get some of that grime music in there as well, too. Mm-hmm. The album is really good. My only critique on this album, and this goes back to what Ice Cube talked about, the album has to start off on fire. If you don't catch the listener by the first track, you failed. You know what I mean? Because that first track is so important. The first track is supposed to make you want to listen to the rest. And unfortunately, the first two songs...
You didn't like the first?
No, I didn't, bro.
Okay.
I tried, you know what I mean? But I did not like it. And it could be because it might be too grind for me, you know what I mean? Because that's just not my style of music. Right. So maybe for me, it just doesn't fit me. But I feel like this album should have started off with Crown.
Yeah, I was about to say, I know you like that song, Crown, because that's one of my favorites on there.
This is one of my favorite songs, and it pieces into your album title. You know, heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you say that in this song. I felt like Crown should have been the first track, and it should have went from there and got rid of the first two. I felt the first two could have been bonus tracks or something like that. Crown is super dope. I like the next song, which is Rainfall. Really great song.
Yo, that song is special to me. You know why?
Why?
He has a sample. No, it's not a sample. It's a reference.
Oh, wait. Shackles off my feet so I can dance with Mary Mary. I'm already shocked, bro.
When he started saying that reference, I was like, yo, he took me back.
Yeah.
Nostalgia. So.
And it's really cool when I listen to his music. Like, he talks about a lot of, black struggle and stuff like that. But he also talks about black empowerment and black excellence as well in his music. And it's really good to hear this coming from an artist that's not American.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's good to hear this coming from some other space.
You hit it on a mark. That is special.
It is special because you don't really hear it much, and it's good because we're starting to become a little bit more global. The world's getting a little bit smaller because we're more connected because of the social media thing, because of the internet.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting to be able to relate to each other a little bit better.
Right.
So he was talking about Trayvon Martin. He was talking about police brutality, and it was just like,
yeah, I was shocked. I was very shocked.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you brought that up because it got me questioning, like, is this open? I know Skepta is probably a bigger name than him, but is this open up doors to where we going to take artists like him and put them on a pedestal of...
It's our job.
It's our job. I think it's slowly getting there. Like, it's not there yet. I think it's going to take some years. But I think it's slowly getting there, like, to where we're welcoming them. Right now, we just love our American artists. So.
Well, it's like you said, it's starting. You can start to feel the vibes, and you can tell because not only the fans are starting to listen to more Afrobeat, because Afrobeat is starting to take off. You know what I mean? Like, but they've been doing it. You know what I mean? They've been listening to this. They've been making music like that, and they've been loving it.
Yeah, we're just late.
Yeah, we're late. Africa has over 1 billion people on that continent. It's 54 countries in Africa. They listen to their music. You know what I mean? And with us, everybody looks at America as like having like the biggest hub of media and everything. A lot of things come out of America, so a lot of people look at us for references and stuff like that. But, yeah, man, it's just good to hear more people that are not coming from America giving us this kind of music. I think it's dope. I enjoyed this music. I enjoy people like Stormzy. I enjoy people like Burna Boy. I enjoy people like DeVito. And I want to hear more. Like I'm really starting to love that kind of music, and I feel like our artist as well is also enjoying this kind of music as well too.
Shout out to Drake.
Drake.
I feel like Drake is one of the people that's first big names was like, yo, I'm gonna take this trend in and I'm gonna welcome them in. He's one of the only few that did that.
Drake did it
because he recognized it early.
Drake is really talented at finding a trend early,
real early,
capitalizing on it. It's a gift. Drake has a gift.
Definitely.
And I can say that because even Drake was on Fortnite before Fortnite became popular. He hopped on Fortnite, did like a couple of things, took off, and then he just dropped it. He's like, okay, that's it.
He's just like Ye in a sense. Like he's just ahead.
He's ahead of his time, man. He's ahead of his time. But yeah, like you said, Drake was really good at doing that, finding people, finding new sounds. Beyonce also, I'm gonna give Beyonce some credit because Beyonce came out with an album this year, A Letter to Africa, that she dedicated to Africa. She got all African features on the album. And the album sounds incredible. I liked it a lot. So, but this album, let's get back to Heavy as the Head. Some standout tracks, obviously Crown we talked about, Rainfall, Do Better is really good. Own It. Own It is a single right now. Own It has Burna Boy on it, and it also has Ed Sheeran. And they killed that joint. I listened to that joint on the regular. Own It is really dope. Dope song. And then the last song that I think really made me understand who he is as an artist and as a person, Superheroes.
Okay.
Superheroes, he just goes all the way in with, I am my brother's keeper. I love him, my brothers, I'm going to support you. You're going to support me. I love my queens. Just like uplifting. Right. You know what I mean? So, good to hear that kind of music.
Yeah, it's a pretty good album. I don't have nothing really bad to say about it.
Shout out to my man, Adam Littner. Said Afrobeats are the future. I really do believe that, man. I feel that Afrobeats is going to be one of those genres you're going to have to really respect.
Definitely taking over the night scene.
Yeah.
Like, I love going out and hearing that. Like, play more of that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I would go to an all Afrobeat club like that. It's a vibe. For real, it's a vibe. So, yeah, man. Next album. Lil Durk from Chicago. And Only the Family.
I didn't do my research, but who's the family?
too many niggas that I don't know.
Right.
It's like 6 niggas.
Who's the family? Like,
what I seen, like, you know, the album artwork had like kind of like a crime, a sheet or whatever. It showed, you know, Lil Durk as, you know, like the kingpin head dude, and it had like, you know, the runners under him and stuff like that. So it was like 6 niggas or something like that.
right.
That's like all under his team or whatever.
Let's pull that up.
Yeah, go ahead. I listened to it. I didn't like it.
I knew you was gonna like it.
I didn't like it. Like, I was looking forward to it too because Lil Durk has a couple of features and collaborations that he's done so far this year, and he was pretty good on those collabs and those features and those other tracks. But when I heard this album, I was just like, this joint is about as generic.
That's funny that you brought that up.
Yeah.
Cause I want to say this. I feel like this is our own personal opinion, but I feel like he's just better on other people's stuff. Mm. Now I would say this. I have to give him a chance because I'm not a Lil Durk fan, and I heard about him, but I never took the chance to actually go listen to his other projects. And a lot of my friends that listen to him, they be like, yo, like, you sleeping, like, he's really that good. But I definitely see how good he is just off what you said, like, the features that I listened to and the stuff he did with other people's songs. So, but this project, this is what I like to do with people I don't necessarily relate to, or I'm not in that type of lifestyle. You know, I can admit to that. So I like to dive into their world. I try to escape from how I feel in my perspective. I'm like, all right, shove that all out. I'm going to dive into this artist. And I do this with all the, like, so-called street rappers because I'm not a street nigga or whatever. So when I was listening to it, I thought it was pretty good as far as, if you're into that type of music, like trap and street music, I thought it was pretty good. I don't think there was any bad... I can't really name a bad song that was on there. I was listening to it, I was just like, all right, it has a good production. He has great flow. He has some stories. There was one song that actually stood out to me. Mm-hmm. You could probably agree. It's called Riot. And basically, he was pretty much, explaining his story like, yo, like, these people in Chicago, the higher ups, the people that's in a political office and stuff, they don't respect me. Mm-hmm. They don't listen to me. So this is why you got all these riots and stuff. Like, listen to what I'm saying. I'm for the people. Because I feel like, you got people like Lupe, you got people like Kanye and Chance that I think people respect them more. But Lil Durk is like, they're cool and all, but I'm here as well. I'm actually a part of the streets that they're not really into. Like, he's still in it. You could tell from the way he raps, he's so raw with it. So I love it. I mean, I don't want to say I love it. I like how raw he is. And I would say this is not something I'll go back to, but I do appreciate where he comes from. And yeah, that's all I have to say about it.
I just feel like it was just so generic, dog.
Well, I wouldn't say, because Lil Durk got his own unique voice. I don't think it was generic for
No, to me it did. It sounded like anything else I hear. Like, I don't like everybody sounding the same. Like, I just feel like it just put all the generic niggas in one box. It just, you want a generic song? Here's a generic song. Just take your pick, get in line, pick a number, get a generic song out of the box. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, they talk about the same shit. There's no real substance in it. It's just doesn't. I don't know, bro.
Let me say this. Opening up your mind more, because if you talk to somebody that's a street nigga and you say Lil Durk, it's just like, I'm trying to think who I could think about that's
Roddy Ricch.
Somebody like Roddy Ricch. If you try to be like, yo, they the same, they gonna be bad. They gonna be offended. They were like,
I don't give a fuck.
But they're not the same. I like I said, when I dive into an album, I dive into who the artist is. I don't hear it. Man.
But at the same time, the artist gotta let you in and let you be.
That song Riot, man, like I explained earlier.
That's one song.
There was a couple of songs on there. That was the one that.
And I'm glad you brought it Riot because Riot's the only song I remember. I don't remember any other song.
Okay, I respect that.
Yeah, and then you got 6 other niggas rapping with you like, yo.
But they weren't bad. They weren't
bad. I'll give you that. They're not bad. They're just not great. So.
Yeah.
Here's what it is. Anyway, those are the albums.
Yeah, it's not great at all. It's just, like I said, I think it's for a certain group of people that like that type of music and can really relate to it. So I don't knock it.
So, out of these albums, do you feel any one of these are top albums? Do you feel like any one of these are well tell me out of these three, any one of these three, for one, do you like any one of these three over one of the other? Like, which one out of these three do you like?
K-Trotter. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that was my vibe today. As soon as I put it on, I was locked in. Every song sounded good. Like I said, he's very talented production wise. He knows how to DJ and mix. Like, he has a really good ear for music, and he produces for a lot of your favorites when it comes to R&B and hip hop. So, and he performs. Not only DJ perform, but live concert. So. Yeah, man. When I listened to this album, I dove right in. The features complemented his sound very well. There's not one song I could have skipped. So this was my favorite. I like Stormzy, but I don't know that. I liked it, but I wouldn't put it over K-Trotter. That's all.
I'm going to give it to Stormzy because he actually introduced me to a world that I wasn't familiar with, the grime music scene. Like, I don't really listen to that much Skepta and stuff like that. Like, not a lot of UK.
There was little grime in there.
It's a little bit of grime, mostly Afrobeat, and I think that's why I gravitated to it so much more, because I enjoy the Afrobeat sound and scene. I like what he was talking about. Music sounded good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. Now, the real question. Top album this week. Who you gonna give it to?
That's tough, cause I'm still on Roddy Ricch hard. Like, I played it twice today. It's good. I like K-Trotters. I like to give it to somebody new.
But you gotta be real too. You gotta, what's hot? You gotta be able to say, this is top hill.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not, hey, sometimes, we're going to have a week where we're going to have albums that come out and they're just not going to be able to beat, what's already out. And that's okay. It's going to happen. We got 52 weeks out of the year.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
So, okay, now that you put it that way, I love K-Trotter's album. That's a highlight. Y'all should go check that out. But Roddy Ricch still on top. He got some bangers on there. It's a complete album to me. So yeah, Roddy Ricch still on top.
So, you're not gonna guess who I'm gonna pick, but
yeah, I always guess it right.
All right, go ahead, guess.
Stormzy.
No. No. Gotcha. Thought it was.
You sticking with the one you had last week?
Nope.
Oh, you get somebody new. Oh, I think I know what you about to say now.
Who?
That you mentioned it earlier, sir.
No. I thought about it too. I was like, I'm about to give it to Sir.
I don't know who you giving it to then. That's weird.
Yeah, but I can't give it to Sir right now. Top album this week for E-Money Boss is going to go to, I love Trippie Redd.
Oh,
Big 14.
You went back?
Trippie Redd has the hottest album out right now, in my opinion. Listen, I understand. Roddy Ricch has a project out that is doing really well.
Yeah, it's for a reason.
It's the number one album in the country right now this week. It sold 101 copies. But 2 weeks ago, Trippie Redd dropped this album, and he sold 104,000 copies this week, and became the number one album in the country as well, too. Both, really respected artists. Both have separate lanes. But I went back to Trippie Redd's album for a couple of reasons. Honestly, I just like the album. It sounds really good. There's not one song on that album that I skip. There's not a single one. Every single one is really good. And you can go to different songs for different purposes. And the boy can spit. He's talented. And another thing too, I just want to, besides the music part, he was really close with a lot of his peers that were also involved in that emo rap scene. He was really good friends with Juice WRLD. He was really good friends with XXX. So by him seeing, a lot of his friends pass away and stuff like that, he made the conscious decision to quit drugs. And he's been very, very public about him wanting to quit drugs, saying that I'm not doing drugs no more. And weed is enough. You know what I mean? And I'm super proud of him for doing that, because it takes a lot of courage. You make a lot of music to fans who do drugs and stuff like that, but at the same time, they look up to you. Right. You know what I mean? They're going to sing along and listen to you based on what you're talking about. You know what I mean? And Trippie Redd is respected. He's to me one of the gatekeepers. He's one of those people in that scene of music. He's like one of the top. So
I want to say this though before you get into it more, but I'm happy that he took that step to say that I'm not gonna do drugs no more. But I'm gonna be real, like I hope he's getting some help, because I feel like it ain't that easy just to be like. So hopefully, hip hop community, if y'all seen that video, I hope one of y'all step up and be like, check up on this man.
Yeah.
Because it's not easy. Nobody could do it alone.
I'm glad you brought that up too, because Charlamagne said the same thing too. Like, a lot of people are gonna find out you want to just quit these drugs. You might really realize and find out that you actually are addicted.
Right.
These drugs ain't no joke. You know what I mean? These things could take control of your body and how you feel. You could really feel sick. You know what I mean? If you don't take it. So, yeah, it's not just something. If you take it a lot, it's not just gonna be something you just be like, okay, I quit cold turkey. Don't be afraid to get help. Don't be afraid to get guidance and to talk to people and stuff like that. Don't feel ashamed. If this is something that you want to do, talk to somebody about it and get it done. At first, people were questioning him about it. At first, it was like, I don't know how serious he is. You know what I mean? He's just talking about Instagram Live, but he performed it Rolling Loud.
It don't even matter. Y'all just need to reach out to them, man. Like he took that step. He actually said it out of his mouth. He said it publicly in front of a large. How many fans be at Rolling Loud?
But that's the thing. He said it at Rolling Loud, and then he made them recite this. He made them recite like, "I will not do drugs."
And that's powerful.
Except for we don't, and got everybody singing, and I think that's just amazing, man. Right. Just kudos and shout out to Trippie Redd for taking that initiative. And there's other people too that are also following this wave as well too, that are on the the quitting drugs move as well too. I just think that's super dope, super powerful, and I hope that a lot of these young kids and listening, actually see what's going on, because it's sad that it took somebody to pass away for us to get to this point. But it is what it is. We gotta live in this world. So yeah.
Yeah, man.
Top album, Trippie Redd. Free Money Boss. Top album.
Roddy Ricch, y'all. Y'all know what it is.
Y'all tell us what y'all think, man. Who got the top album?
Yeah, let us know in the comments. I want to know what y'all top album.
We'll put a poll out. You know what I mean? We'll put a poll out. And say what you guys
top
think.
album this year.
Oh, that's next episode.
Oh, okay, my bad.
make sure y'all get ready for Top Hill episode 13. Because Top Hill episode 13 and Top Hill episode 14 is going to get real.
It's going to be special.
Those are going to be like our season finales. This is going to be the end of the year special before we get into the new year and the new season. Yeah, so definitely make sure you guys tune into the next episode, 13 and 14. But yeah, those are the albums. We're going to take a real quick break, and then we're going to get into top single, shit, and business. I'll talk about one of the singles.
Okay.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to Top Hill, episode 12, part 2. And yeah, we just talked about top albums. You know, I picked Trippie Redd, my man, Tad Visionaire.
Roddy Ricch.
You know, two really talented young brothers, you
Yes,
know what
sir.
I mean, giving us good music. So, now we got to talk about the music, the singles. We might as well just get into what everybody was talking about.
Lil Uzi Vert. What's it? Fussle Shuffle?
Fussle
Shuffle? I don't care. That shit hot.
No, Chad. No.
I should get up and dance for y'all. Show y'all the dance.
Bruh, you are not about to sit up here and tell all lies.
That shit go hard, bruh.
No, it
That
does
shit is
not.
for the streets. That shit is 2020, baby.
The streets?
That shit for the streets.
Ain't nobody in the streets doing
Everybody
that
about to
fucking...
do that.
Nobody in the streets doing that corny ass fucking dance. Fuck out of here, bruh. Ain't nobody doing that shit.
I bet you they are.
That shit fucking whack.
How much money you want to put on that?
No, get your hand out of here. Go out of here.
How much money you want to put on
Niggas will
that?
do it for clout. I'll give them that. Niggas will do it for clout. But look,
This is Uzi we talking about. They doing it already.
I like Lil Uzi. Okay, let me just say
That
that.
song is hot.
It's not though. I hate that song. Like I was so disappointed in this song mode because I was like, okay, we haven't heard Uzi since Love Rage 2. It'll be dope to hear him again.
Song fire.
But this shit is garbage.
No, it's not.
This shit is for the trash, Mo. What the fuck is he talking about? What is he saying?
I disagree.
The beat is trash. The song is trash. I tried. I listened to this joke like 10 times. I'm like, let me find out what these motherfuckers is talking about. Let me see what the hype is. And then I realized, niggas just hype because it says Little Uzi Vert in front of the song. That's why. If this was any other person that came out with this song, that name was not Little Uzi Vert, you would say this shit is trash.
My brother, we stuck in 2019. We
Get the
already
fuck
in the future.
It's still 2019. I don't care.
Yeah, we already in the future. You gotta catch up, man.
If that's the future, I don't want to be a part of it.
This song is fire. I'm sorry, man.
What?
I listen to it a lot.
Why? Why?
Because it's tight.
No, it's not, Mo.
It's tight.
Oh my god. Okay.
I love it.
All right, y'all.
I'm about to do that shit right now.
I dare you. I dare you. Do
No,
that
I'm
shit.
still learning, y'all. But once I get it down, I'm gonna do it next podcast. I promise y'all that.
It's not gonna be available on next podcast.
It will be,
No.
and I'm gonna play the song.
Copyright infringement. We can't do it. We can't.
Fuck that.
Apple Podcast said no. We can't do that shit. I didn't like the song. Ain't no secret about it. I don't find anything about the song entertaining. I think it hurts my ears.
That's the single of the week, and it's gonna be the single of the next year. That shit gonna get Grammy.
All right. Anything else you want to say about this fucking song? Because I'm over it. I'm over it already.
It's a bop, y'all. That shit gonna be played in all the clubs, on the radio. Yeah, that's all I got to say about it. It's just
Usher came out with a new song with LMA.
so psyched out of stuff.
Usher came out with a song with LMA. It's called "Don't Waste My Time." I liked it. The song reminded me of early 2000s. It brought me right back to like, you know, the high school, you know, the vibe. You know what I mean? Like it really brought you back. It's really good.
Everybody
music.
always trying to go back to the early 2000s now.
Yeah, because
That's a wave.
it's nostalgia right now, obviously, because we're at that age right now where we appreciate that kind of music because we don't hear it anymore. Mm-hmm. So everybody's going back to it. It's good to hear Usher with some new music, and then also incorporating a new artist like LMA on his track. Definitely a dope listen. Check that out. And then also, I'm gonna show a little bit of light to the orange hair, carrot top brother by the name of Ed Sheeran.
He got talent, man.
He's a talented motherfucker, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's no ifs and ands about it. Ed Sheeran's a talented singer, artist. There's no secret that he is certified. He can come to the cookout whenever he wants. There's a couple of people that co-sign his cookout plate. So Ed Sheeran is definitely.
He's a man.
Yeah, he's respected. You know, he's a very soulful dude, little white boy. But I mean, the music is good, man. Point blank period. He has a song out right now called "South of the Border." It's kind of pop. You know what I mean? It's like a little pop record. You know, that's his lane. But he also incorporated Cardi B and this Spanish joke called Camila Cabello, something like that. But the song is really good. The song is hot.
That song's hot.
Yeah, bro. Like
I heard it on the radio.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah,
the song is hot, man. It's a bop. It's a vibe. It's catchy. It's fun. The song's gonna go places. I mean, it's gonna be popping here. It's gonna be popping in the Latin community, and it's gonna be popping in the UK. It's very fucking smart because Ed Sheeran's from the UK. Cardi B's from here, but she's Latin, and obviously Camila Cabello is also Latin as well too. So just dipping and dabbing in all those major markets right there is a smart collab. It's a smart collab. That's all I can say about that. Let's just get to the top shit, man.
Yeah.
Top shit.
top.
Okay, we're gonna need your computer for this. Can you please pull up Something in the Water lineup?
Oh.
So
Very excited for that.
Pharrell, if you guys don't know, has his own music festival in Virginia Beach, Virginia, called Something in the Water. Last year, it was really successful. He had a lot of dope people.
I think it was his first one too.
It was his first one last year.
And it was so random. He just posted it on Instagram and it just went crazy.
It went crazy, and then now this is his follow up. This is the follow up to it, and
so mad I missed it last year.
I mean, last year.
So mad. I had a chance to go too.
Yeah, I remember that. You know, we're from the DMV, so, you know, Virginia Beach is not that far. This is a little road trip, you know.
Yeah.
So, this is going to be, I definitely want to go to this. It's during April 20th through the 26th, but, you know, the main festival is going to be the 24th to the 26th that weekend, where the music is going to be played. I'm pretty much sure I want to go to this. The only thing I'm worried about, this is normally around the time Rolling Loud does their concert as well, too.
I already made up my mind.
I hear you, and I think I made my mind too. Because honestly, I'm getting tired of Rolling Loud. I'm gonna be honest with you. They gotta come up with a really crazy lineup for me to be like, okay.
They had to have Drake for me to come. They don't have Drake.
Is that the only artist that will make you go there?
Drake, Jay,
Kanye.
They're not gonna get Kanye.
They were talking about Kanye last year. That's what a lot of people thought they were gonna get Kanye.
I doubt it.
Well, anyway, this is what we have right now. Something in the Water. Let me just go over a little bit of this lineup real quick. And I like that way how he did this too. This is really smart how he did it. He listed the lineup in alphabetical order. Not to step on anybody's toes, not to say anybody's better than anybody else. You know what I mean? Because, you know, that's one thing. You know, a lot of people get offended sometimes when they see their names in a little font. You know what I mean? Right. So anyway, ASAP Rocky. Buddy, Chance the Rapper, Clips, Earth Gang, Foo Fighters, Gunna, Her, Jaden Smith, Lil Tecca, Lil TJ, Major Lazer, that's a big one, Metro Boomin, Migos, Nelly, Pharrell and Friends, which you don't know who he's gonna bring out. That's gonna be lit right there in itself. Playboy Cardi. Pop-up church service. Now, me and Chad are two smart individuals. You know, we're some music brothers right here. We already know what that means. Shout out to the big man Kanye West and his Sunday service for trying to sneak in there. Trying to think we're not going to know who that is. Post Malone. Rico Nasty. Shout out to Rico Nasty. Tank and the Bangers. Are you sharp to them? Oh, my God. I got you. I got
you got to give me it.
If you guys don't do anything, if you guys have 20 minutes of your time and you just want to listen to some dope music, check out Tank and the Bangers' Tiny Desk performance on YouTube. is amazing. They are really dope. Some girls from New Orleans in their band, really super dope people. Trey Songz.
He from the VA.
Yep, Trey Songz from VA. You know, Tyler the Creator. And I'm excited about this one right here. Wale and the Backyard Band.
That's a big one.
That's huge, bro.
That's huge.
Wale is a dope performer. If you guys, haven't been to a Wale show before, you're missing out. You're going to really realize how many hits this man actually has. Wale can really perform his ass off. Great music, and it's great sounding live. And then to just top it off and have Backyard with him? Big G in Backyard?
I think he gonna surprise the people that don't really mess with him. When they see that performance, they're like, dang. Like you said, he got a lot of hits.
Yeah.
And then for him to bring a live band and it'd be go-go to go with his beats, oh my God, it's a wrap.
I'm there.
He's gonna gain new fans. I believe so.
I am there for that.
Okay.
I am there for that. Then you got 070 Shake and Black. So I mean, that's the lineup, y'all. That's enough for me to buy a ticket. Honestly,
Definitely.
This is definitely enough for me to be like, I'm with this. I like the diversity on here. Still predominantly hip hop, but I love the wave, man. It's really dope music. I'm excited for this, and I'm probably gonna buy my ticket soon. So,
yeah, I'm super excited.
ready to move on?
Yeah.
So, major news. Billboard is now going to start counting YouTube views to chart Billboard songs.
That's big.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That's
they
huge.
definitely should.
Think about all the artists that have millions of views and stuff like that. People that get, popping off of YouTube and stuff like that. It's just good to see. We're evolving as humans, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're evolving as the human race. We're evolving on how we listen to music. We stream everything. We watch stuff on YouTube. We stream music on our phones. You know what I mean? We don't do CD players no more. We don't do cassettes no more. We don't do vinyls no more. We have evolved as a culture, as a people. So this is the new wave, and this is just another step of, okay, people are not buying albums traditionally like they do before, but they're still listening. They're listening more now than they did before.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you got to start, taking that into account, that these people who are getting popular off of YouTube and stuff like that are impacting our culture and are making moves.
They definitely are.
Rewarded.
Like, I just look at, because I have little siblings.
Yeah.
And my little brother, he really don't watch TV. He spends most of his time, if he has free time, on YouTube.
Yeah.
And a lot of that generation is on YouTube. And he look up to YouTube stars. Like when I was talking to him, I was talking about, this current shows that's on TV right now. He doesn't know them, but if you talk to him, he'll be like, yeah, that's my favorite show. It'll be a YouTube show. I'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
But a lot of kids are like that now, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah, I even do it too. Like, I don't watch TV like that. Like, you know what I mean? I'm on YouTube. I look at interviews. I listen to music and stuff like that.
Yeah, the same way for me too. So.
Yeah, so I mean, I definitely get that way. So, shout out to Billboard for recognizing YouTube. That's gonna be dope. Chance the Rapper cancels his tour in its entirety.
Yeah, why?
Well, the Big Day did come out this year, and
I'm aware it wasn't that good.
It wasn't.
Unfortunately. Kind of disappointed. I'm shocked.
He got married and stuff like that. And I think he just wanted to spend time with his family. He originally postponed the tour. And then after postponing the tour, he was supposed to get back on, and they were supposed to do a couple of legs. But he just came out and just like, that I'm sorry, it's not going to be able to work out. And the timing was just off. His album came out a while ago. It didn't do that well. It's not really buzzing. You know what I mean? It doesn't really make that much sense. You already canceled it one time. So I think he was just like, you know what? And he's independent, too. That's another thing, too. When you're an independent artist, everything falls on you.
Yeah.
You have to be in charge of your everything.
That's tough, man. I forgot I didn't think about that. That's tough.
Yeah, so it's just like, so you can't fall back and rely on somebody to continue promoting your music, marketing your music, doing those kind of things. Everything is on you. So at that point, it's like, okay, he had to make an executive decision. I think it's the right one. I think just chalk this one up as let this go.
Right.
You know, before you embarrass yourself. You know what I mean? Because what you don't want to do is try to force out a tour and then you don't sell because everybody's looking at your numbers and paying attention. If they start seeing a decline, then you might end up in a position that you may not be able to get yourself out of.
Right.
Because Chance is definitely one of those people. Like, you know, he's the first artist to get a Grammy off of a mixtape. You know what I mean? Like he made some pivotal moves. So you gotta, you know, quit while you're ahead. I think that he made the right decision by canceling the tour.
I agree too, because you're still on top, man. Like when I was watching that Rhythm and Flow, and you know how they introduced the judges, and you know, of course, Chance was a judge on Rhythm and Flow, and when he came out, just looking at the crowd, like as soon as they played the song, like that song is still like it's one of those songs that's timeless, and it's never gonna get old, and people are still gonna get hyped for it.
Yeah.
So I'm saying all this to say, like, he made the right move. He need to get back to, you know, what he was doing before, because people love acid rap. The mixtapes before, I think Big 10 is one of them. 10 Day or something
Big
like
10,
that.
Yeah.
And then you got Coloring Book.
Acid rap was so good.
It was so good.
Acid rap so good, dog.
So he needs to. I always say I never encourage the artists to go back and do their old stuff, but I don't know. Just find your niche again. What made you create that amazing music again.
I think he just wanted to go back, and I think he just wanted to pay tribute to his wife. I think he saw an avenue where there's not that many people like him, young, black, celebrating young marriage.
Yeah, true.
And there's a lot of people who are doing it right now, and he felt like there's an avenue for it. I don't fault him for trying to go down that route, but you know, it is what it is. I feel like that sometimes maybe stuff like that is going to be appreciated later.
Maybe later, yeah. Because it's not bad. Because I did go back to it again. I was like, it's not that bad. People,
it's not bad. It's just, I don't know. It's just too much. It's too long. I think, honestly, that's what it is. It's just too long.
Yeah, it's long and, it's a lot.
The songs with Nicki, though, Nicki fucking killed that shit. The last song with Nicki was fire. The Hot Shower song was fire, of course, too.
Shout out to Chance, though. You still a big homie. You still, surprisingly, in people's top 5 as far as this decade that is past. Because you know when he dropped Color and Book, they was putting him top 5 automatically because of that verse he did with Ye on Ultralight Beam and then that Color and Book album.
I'm not gonna.
You don't remember that, do you?
I mean, I remember, but not.
They was already putting him over like Wale and Big Sean.
No.
They really was, though.
They were, and I just ignored them because I knew better.
Remember that list where it was like top tier artists? They had Chance's number 1 top tier, and then top 2 tier was Wale, Big Sean, Big Crit. So it was just like, come on, man.
Yeah. All right, man. We're going to get into this top business.
All right. Top black business. Another favorite part of the podcast. What about you, man?
Yeah, I love it, man. Showing love. This is another reason why we wanted to do this podcast in the first place. And you guys are really going to see it when we start having people come on the show. But, yeah. If you guys are interested in coming on the show, hit us up on the DMs, and we'll try to set up a day or whatever. You can come and promote your business, promote your music or whatever. So, yeah.
Right.
What we got, Chad Visionaire?
All right. This one is actually very special to me. This is something that's never been done before, because we usually highlight people that we don't know that are making major moves, but this is somebody I know, somebody that passed away 2 years ago. My grandfather, named Donald E. Hall.
Okay.
I wanted to highlight him because it's his birthday today.
Okay.
And I've been thinking about him a lot today. And I've been thinking about his legacy. And legacy, for some reason, this year has been really big to me. So when I was thinking about his legacy, and when I, went to his funeral, I was just thinking like, yo, like my grandfather did a lot for his community and as a family man as well.
Yeah.
So not to keep running off at the mouth, but I'm going to just list some things he did as an entrepreneur and as a community activist and so on and so forth.
School us.
So my grandfather, Donald E. Hall, was he goes by the name of Don, Donnie, whatever. He was born in York, PA. I was born in York, Pennsylvania. But he spent most of his life in Charles County, Maryland. He spent most of his life, 50 years in Charles County.
Okay.
Yeah, so most of the stuff that he did was in Charles County. Um, Let me fast forward. So my grandfather joined the U.S. Air Force, and he found his career calling there. He became a military policeman and served in the Korean War, and spent a number of years in Japan too. And when he came back, he started working for the Andrews Air Force Base. Um, he earned his bachelor's. Uh, Let me see, his bachelor's in science and criminology, and yeah, man. From there, that's when he started, getting involved with what he really wanted to do. So just to move forward, I'm mumbling right now, but he was the first African American chief police of Indian Head, Maryland,
Oh wow.
and this opened up the doors for not only the minorities of black men but black women as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really major to me. And before I continue, I just want to say a lot of this stuff that I'm sharing with y'all, I didn't find out to his funeral. Just to give you a little background, my grandfather was very humble and didn't really like he would tell me stories and stuff, but he never was that type to be like, I did this, I did that. So a lot when I went to the funeral, like, and I'm not much of a crier, so when I was hearing his legacy, like I really got emotional because I never knew he did all this stuff. Like he really like just was chilling. But anyway, so yeah, first African American chief police of Indian Head, Maryland. Um, Again, he started at Andrews Air Force Base. He was a part of a music crew called the Soul Savers. They actually have an album out. I was trying to look for it, but I can't find it. So he was a musician. He started his own basketball team. It was like AAU team for like grown men, but it's called the Blackhawks.
Okay.
And I remember him telling stories about them, but I remember two basketball players. I can't remember their name. They ended up playing for the NBA league.
Oh wow.
He was coaching them. He was a treasurer at the Elks Home. He was a member of American Legion. I mean, the list goes on and on. He was he started his own drill team. It's just so many. He started his own Bible study group. There's so much stuff that I could share with y'all, but I'm not gonna get into it. But like I said, just to get back to what I was saying before, our legacy is so big on me now. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what's so important if you want to be an entrepreneur or a leader or whatever you want to own. You got to think about your legacy. You got to think about wealth. You got to think about what's going to leave an impact towards everybody. I think too many people think about the money too much or trying to get rich fast. But I feel like my grandfather's legacy is greater than money can ever buy. Mm-hmm. Like him just just accomplish all those things. Like I said, I didn't mention everything. There's a lot of things that he did, but it just got me thinking. Like he impacted so many people, and a lot of stuff the groups and organizations he starts are still running today, and that's what it's all about. When you're a business owner or a leader and you have that impact and it's still going on to this day without you, that says a lot. That says a lot. So I don't mean to wrap y'all up, but like I said, it was just really special to me. I thank y'all for listening. And shout out to my grandfather, Donald E. Hall. Rest in peace.
Thank you for sharing, man. For real. Like it's good for us to learn new history and new, people who can accomplish these milestones when those milestones were so far out of reach. You know what I mean? People who never really thought that people can become, the first police chief and be an African American in a predominantly white area. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, shout out to, Mr. Donald E. Hall, rest in peace, and thank you, Chad Visionaire, for sharing that story with us, man. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate y'all listening, man.
That's going to do it for this episode of Top Hill Podcast. We want to thank you guys for listening. We want to thank Quality Touch Studios.
Yes, sir.
We want to thank Will Bowser. We want to thank Antonio Wayside. And shout out Carmen the Stallion. We want to thank all of you guys over there. Me and Chad Visionaire got to go ahead and get onto that show. I know they're like, what the fuck we doing? Right. Shout them out. If you guys need mixing or mastering, if you guys need beats, please get with Quality Touch Studios. They are professionals. They are amazing at what they do.
Definitely.
And yeah, just want to shout them out. This is the #1 hip hop culture and black business podcast.
Yep.
And please like, subscribe, follow us. We're on every single social media platform. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Yep.
Our podcast is on Apple, Google, Spotify, Breaker, Anchor, Overcast, Radio Public. We are international. We're
everywhere.
Bro, the international, I got to show you the numbers too, the analytics. Okay. We're international, y'all. Like we're getting people from all
That's
over.
Dope.
And we really appreciate everybody that does listen.
Yes, I really appreciate it. Like, I've seen people on the Facebook Live. Like, I sincerely appreciate it. And feel free to give us some feedback, bad or good. Like, I don't care. So we love y'all.
Yeah, make sure you guys check out our pod. Like I said, follow, subscribe. If you guys want to be guests on the show and want to advertise your business or advertise your music, let us know. We'll get you on here. But yeah.
All right, that's about does it for the day. This is Top Hill. I'm Chad Visionaire.
I'm E-Money Boss.
We out.
Peace.